Hello and welcome to the Tarot Life. Today we're going to be doing a pick a charm reading using the Urban Crow Oracle deck. So I placed a charm on each pile. I've picked three piles and I placed a charm on each of the three piles. On pile 1 there is a leaf charm. On pile 2 there is a claw with a floral detail charm, and on pile 3 there's a raven skull charm. So take a moment, breathe, and notice which charm draws you in, which one you're most drawn to, which one most resonates with you. And that's the pile that has the message that's meant for you today. You can watch the entire video if you would like to, or you can feel free to jump to your chosen pile by using the timestamps in the description. So trust your intuition and pick your charm now. Okay, so for pile 1, the leaf charm, you chose the leaf charm. Yes, okay. And the card number is 25, and it is influence. So this card reminds you that even small actions or quiet words can have a big impact on others. Influence doesn't always mean doing things dramatically. It can often mean subtle things that you do every day that ripple outward. So take a moment to notice where your presence might be affecting someone positively. Can you think of a small action or gesture that has made a difference recently? It could be something as small as holding the door open for someone or smiling at someone, even sort of doing things that you know you need to do when you don't want to, doing that self-care even though it's difficult sometimes. So a key takeaway for this card would be mindful of the energy that you project, and using your influence intentionally could bring you into a more kind of position where you feel like you are living your best self and you're bringing a better impact on the world around you. And as an affirmation for this, and it is, I recognize the power of my presence and I choose to influence with intention. So you can pause for a few seconds here and feel into this energy if you like, and you can sort of try to sense where it applies in your life, or if you already sort of can think of a situation or applies in your life. If you want to comment about that, you can comment that, leave a comment in the comment section. Thank you so much. Moving on to pile 2. Okay, so for pile 2, it's if you were drawn to the claw charm with the floral detail. Number 2, card number 2 for pile number 2 is number 17 in the Urban Crow Oracle deck, and it is exposed. And this card highlights the importance of authenticity and being open. Sometimes it's easy to hide our true selves or shy away from experiences that are real, and that can be sort of scary sometimes. This card encourages you to step into honesty and vulnerability. Yes, and vulnerability is absolutely a strength, not a weakness. So if you would like to, think about a moment recently where you were truly open or authentic, and ask yourself, how did it feel? Or if there's a situation where you could be more transparent, perhaps brave the fear of being known, brave the fear of being seen in your truth. Perhaps take note of that. And if you'd like to comment, feel free to leave a comment about a moment recently where you were truly open and authentic and risked that fear of vulnerability, risked that fear of being seen and exposed. Or if you'd like to comment if there is a situation where you could perhaps take the risk to become more transparent and show your truth despite the fear, you can absolutely comment that too. And there is a key takeaway from this, and that would be to embrace vulnerability and speak your truth, even if it's scary, sometimes especially when it's scary. Because those are usually the times when your soul knows the truth and your soul knows what's true for you. And to disregard your own truth or to ignore that would be to put yourself in a position where you may feel less authentic and disconnected from yourself, and which nobody ever wants to feel. And so the affirmation for this card and this pile is, I embrace vulnerability and trust in the power of truth. So if you'd like to take yourself a minute to pause and feel the courage and clarity this card is offering you. Because if you're someone who has a fear of being exposed, a fear of being seen, a fear of being known, especially if when you really know something is true, you really know something is true for you, this could be a call to make your truth known. And even if it's just to yourself, even if it's just inwardly, acknowledge those truths for yourself and learn to and grow towards being okay with feeling a certain way or thinking a certain thing that maybe other people might not necessarily prefer. So thank you very much. And I'm moving on to pile number 3. So for pile number 3, if you'd chosen the Raven Skull charm, if that was something you were drawn to, you have chosen number 20 in the Urban Crow Oracle, which is ghosts. So, ghosts reminds us of past experiences, unresolved emotions, or situations that may still be influencing us today. This card encourages you to acknowledge these influences without letting them control your present. So if you've lost someone or you've gone through some sort of grief, if you've experienced something traumatic and you feel still affected by that on a daily basis, it's kind of allowing you or calling you to acknowledge that that is a possibility, that you may still be experiencing residual pain from the losses you've encountered or the experiences that were painful to you. You can sort of at the same time acknowledge that loss or acknowledge that pain while not allowing the loss and the pain to dictate your daily life and dictate your daily moves. And that's a sign of healing. That's a sign of really good processing of inevitable situations sometimes that we all encounter on a daily basis. So take a moment to reflect in your own energy. If this is your card you've chosen, are there lingering thoughts, fears, or memories that you might need to release? Is there some heaviness there? There's some fear, there's some sadness, there's some anger there that might not be productive anymore, that may sort of be needing to be allowed to exit your energy. And by recognizing them, you create space for clarity, new energy, because grief is a process and sometimes it doesn't happen all at once. Oftentimes people experience the pain and the experience of loss and grief for years. And they may not be able to release it all at once. But it's okay to acknowledge that there's that there. There's the heaviness, there's the fear, there's all those emotions there, without having to feel pressured to make it go away, because in time, specifically when acknowledging that these experiences and these residual emotions have an effect on ourselves, those emotions will feel, I think, more accepted, like it's okay to have those, and that might be more safer to let them go, especially if those losses were very, very personal. And it feels almost like letting it go would not be right to do. So, the key takeaway for this card and this charm you've chosen is acknowledge the past, release it, and focus on the present. And an affirmation would be, I honor my past, release its holds, and move toward clarity. Move forward with clarity, because it's okay to have those fears and those emotions, but moving forward with clarity is the most important thing, and learning from those experiences and having them be tools in our toolbox instead of being burdens to carry is a great sign of healing. So thank you for participating in today's Pick a Charm reading. I hope the message from your chosen pile resonates with you. If you would like a more personal or in depth reading, feel free to reach out to me via the email in the description. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment which charm you chose and how the message spoke to you. Also, remember to trust your intuition. Your guidance is always leading you towards your highest path. Take a few breaths, carry this energy with you, and have a wonderful day.